to WindowCast, the official podcast of Window Indoor Magazine and the National Glass Association. I'm Laurie Cowan, editor of Window Indoor Magazine. Today's episode is brought to you by Quanex, and I will be talking with Adam Wilson, Vice President, New Business Development. We're recording this episode from the GlassBuild podcast studio right on the show floor at GlassBuild 2024 in Dallas. So I have to start by asking Adam, how was the first day of the show for you?
Hi, Laurie. Welcome. The first day was pretty good. I think that most people may have traveled in the morning, and there was a lot of good flow, but then after lunch, it got crazy. And I think today's going to be another crazy day. Pretty busy.
I think so too. Every time I walked by Quanex's booth yesterday, it was bumping. There was great traffic.
There was a lot of folks coming through. It's a really cool booth. The marketing team did an amazing job putting that together.
Absolutely. So we are here today to talk about screen offerings with security screen and pet screen, specifically with Quanex's MeshTec product. So can you start off by telling me what makes the MeshTec, or what the MeshTec screen offering is and what makes it notable?
Sure. So MeshTec is a product that is a stainless steel mesh. So when you're used to insect type mesh, it's flexible. You have a lot of different variations from fiberglass to stainless, but this is something unique where when you come up and you actually touch it, when you come in the booth, people touch that, you can just see they step back and go, oh, this is different. Something's different about this. And it's very rigid. It's a great product. And what makes it unique is how it's assembled into the frame and put on the door, which we can get into. But this is something new for the industry. We really haven't had anything like this on the screen side for a long time, and there's reasons for that. There's a lot of hurdles to jump to get this to market and to make it a commercial opportunity and commercial product.
Now, what markets does the product serve?
So right now, this is a security screen for patio slider doors, primarily residential, but you can use it on commercial side as well. But we're really focusing on going after the residential side of things. So generally new patios. We're not going to go back and retrofit this screen to patios that are already in homes. That can be done, but for right now, this is going out for a new product. So, we sell to the OEMs. So the OEMs are the guys that are going to go out there and sell this product, and they're going to present this as an offering, a security system offering. So that's really how we want to present this, so that they can say, hey, here's an option. You're buying a patio door to put in your home, or you're replacing the patio door in your home. Here's a new offering. This is new. Let me tell you a little bit about it. And you have the security system that you can add to that door.
Okay. Now, from what I understand, there is the security side of it and also the pet screen side of it. Can you tell me about some of the features and benefits of each of those?
Sure. So yes, there's a security option that we call a security screen, and there's a pet option. So for the security screen, it's got a unique locking feature. It's got a 5-point locking system on the lock receiver side. On the passive side, in the center of the door, we have a locking system that when you shut that door, it's locked from top to bottom. So that makes it very unique. We have two different components, one on the passive side, one on the locking side, that you have to add to your door. That's a little bit different than just putting an insect screen on your door. So that's what gives it the security system. We have a lot of tests that go in behind that to create that security awareness and product. So the difference is when you get a pet screen, you don't have the 5-point locking system. You have a traditional single locking system, and you don't have the passive lock when you shut the door. So it's basically, the pet version is a very robust insect screen. It's got a large frame. It's got the MeshTec mesh that you can't get through, and you can just pop it on your door. So you don't have to do anything different to the door. You just set it right on there, and it's a different type of product than an insect screen.
Now, can you talk about the actual screen manufacturing process a bit and how it differs from general screen manufacturing?
Yeah, sure. So most screens are manufactured using some type of spline system, either a little plastic or they pop in a little roll form metal piece to hold the mesh in place. This product is unique in the fact that you have a wider frame, and what is inside that frame, what's happening is we have to clinch that material. So traditional mesh is brought to us at our manufacturing facilities rolled up. This product is brought in flat, so it's stretched at the manufacturer. It has a lot of tension in it, very flat, and then when we put that into the screen, we need to find a way to cut that and hold that in place. It's very robust, so we have a frame system and then we put that screen in the side. And so when you do that, the frame actually comes onto the screen. So you build the screen around the frame, where traditionally you would put the mesh into a frame. This frame's actually built around the mesh because it's so robust, and then we have to clinch that in place with a manufacturing type system that they do, CNC, clinch that in there and hold it in tight, and that's what gives it all the resistance when you're doing impact tests, things like that. This won't flex and it won't pull out of the sides of the screen. So big difference there on how that's manufactured. That's why it's difficult. There's not a lot of people doing it.
Sure. Now, how can your customers work with you to offer this in their products and then get it out to the marketplace?
Sure. So primarily Quanex, we work with OEMs directly. We're a B2B. And so there's a couple things you can do. One, you can contact us and provide what type of door system they might be buying. Maybe they're buying whoever that is, MeshTec, whoever this door system is that they're buying, and they say, hey, we would like to put this screen system on and offer that as a product. What we'll do, they send us in the drawings for the insect track. Our engineers will take a look at that, and they'll design the components needed on the security side to put that onto that door system. That's one option. So any type of door system they have out there, send it to our engineers, the drawings, they'll design that out. The second option is we have a Quanex system. We have an Energy Quest door that we've already designed that product for. So if they want to buy the products to make an Energy Quest door from Quanex, we can offer a security system that goes on that.
Absolutely. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about with the MeshTec screen, or?
Sure. Just quickly, I wanted to touch on a couple things. One is how it's tested. We do a pry test. We actually bring in a piece of equipment. We try to pry that door off of the patio door, and that's really the peace of mind we're trying to get out to the industry and to the consumer. You know, consumers, doesn't matter what product it is, whether it's a housing industry or some other industry, security is the top one or two things that they're looking for. That's what makes this so unique. Yes, it's a little bit higher end cost on this product, but when you think about that, you think of it's really a peace of mind that you're buying. You know, I tell people, hey, you could go get a doorbell for $5, but everybody wants the Ring doorbell so they can see what's going on in their home. They can talk to people, they can see packages being delivered, things like that. Well, that costs about 10 times as much, and they're willing to pay that because they know what they're getting. That's the same way with this product. So we do a pry test. We try to pull it off there. We have a big impact ball that we hit with it. We also take a knife. We try to stick it through the screen so you can't get through there. The other thing I wanted to mention is yesterday there was some people here talking about FGIA, and they have standards they're putting in place for security screens. That's brand new. Currently, there are no standards in the United States for security screens, and just say what that is. So right now, they're working through that process. They're a year and a half along on that process, and I think we're going to have something here early 2025 that'll say this is what you need to do testing wise, and this is what it needs to look like, and this is how it needs to perform for it to be called a security screen. And that's a big part of educating the consumers and the OEMs to what security screen is. You know, we're really pioneering this. When you talk to people, when you say security screen, they don't know what you're talking about, so you have to really walk through the whole process of what that is, like what we're talking about today. So that's important. I think people are going to start to know that, and then there's going to be other products that roll out that use this mesh, and people are going to be more knowledgeable about what that is and more receptive to that. You'll see it on a lot of homes.
Absolutely. The security, and I imagine the longevity that comes with it. I mean, that is so important to homeowners. And as you said, people are going to be willing to pay for that and want that in their homes.
Absolutely. You're going to see that. And I think 5 years down the road, it's going to be a common option that people can say, hey, this is something I would like to have. Do you have a security option? I'd like to put that on my door. I'd like to buy that when I get this new door. Yep.
Absolutely. Well, Adam, thank you so much for your time this morning and talking about the Quanex security screens and MeshTec in particular.
Yes.
And thank you again for tuning into WindowCast. And thank you to our GlassBuild podcast studio sponsors, North American Specialty Laminators, Schott and Becca. And thank you to Old Castle Building Envelope for providing the glass for our on-site podcast studio.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you.